on-the-spot training, teaching you to do more anywhere. My name's Josh. I'm going to be your trainer today. And we're doing a workout called prone. Prone's a position we all utilize where you're basically laying face down on the floor. We're going to work the motions associated with it, push up, the plank, and more. This workout is going to help build your musculoskeletal system in your shoulders, in your core, your whole anterior section of your body. And in addition, after your workout, if you do a little cardio or you go for a walk and eat, moderately, you'll definitely see some weight loss to go along with it. If you do have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email at joshua.james.cassidas, or you can leave your questions on the comment section below. There's also a training page associated with it. Absolutely check it out before the workout or during the workout if you're not too confident about your form and your technique. I'll be covering it as we go along in the video, but the training section is going to be much more in-depth analysis of these motions. And also, we don't really need any equipment for this. I've got my beautiful circle mat right here, a towel over here on the side, and then, I was also pointing at the timer, which will be on screen at all times, so that way you don't have to count anything for yourself. So let's not delay it anymore. Let's get started. All right, so let's get this warm-up going. Again, I'm going to be using a towel. I like to do some of these core warm-ups overhead. You're more than welcome to just put your arms over your head or not use the towel. Warming up's really important, by the way. You need to make sure that you're getting plenty of blood flow into your muscles. We're going to be focusing on muscles that we'll be working with today. What that's going to allow you to do is make sure that from sets 1 to 3 or however many you want to do, if you decide to scale a little bit more for yourself, your muscles are going to be activated. They're going to have a good amount of expression available to them when they start the workout, rather than doing cold muscles where you're kind of just hit by a train and they didn't expect to have to do anything. So we'll start off with some oblique hinges, basically opening up our external obliques. Then we'll be doing some washing machines, opening up our internal obliques. In order to warm up our shoulders, we'll be doing some chest expansion and hugs. And then lastly, we'll be doing wall Superman, where we crawl up the wall in a Superman position. So a little delayed on our start. I'm going to bring this towel up and overhead, bring my core, brace it in, feet nice and wide, toes pointed straight ahead, and open up those obliques for an oblique hinge. And like I said, you're more than welcome to do it with just your arms overhead, or you can do your arms at your sides. Just make sure to keep your glutes tight, keep your core braced. You don't want to stretch out your joint. You want to stretch out and warm up your muscle. Okay, I'm going to give myself a few more seconds. If you got started on time, then you're done. Keep track of that timer right there. That way you know when to get started. All right, same position in the feet for the washing machine, core braced, except this time we'll be twisting left to right. And I'm already feeling a few pops in my back. Oh, I love those washing machines. Great for the spine. You can feel a little bit towards the bottom of my core, pulling into my hips and my glutes. Because it's the morning and I'm tight. I need to make sure that I'm nice and warm and not working on tight muscles and improperly bracing in my planks or my push-ups. Another 15 seconds, less than. Once that timer turns red, get a little bit of rest. Nothing too much, just enough to create some separation. All right. Next, we'll be doing some chest expansions. You're going to place your feet shoulder width this time. Toes pointed straight ahead as ever. Palms are going to be facing up. You'll open up that chest and give yourself a nice big hug. Every time you expand that chest, I want you to take a nice deep breath. And that'll improve your stretch. Once you give yourself a nice big hug, again, take a nice deep breath. And each time I want you to focus on your breathing. I'm breathing into my chest, into my rib cage. Because stretching is not just an external thing. Stretch, breathe into your back. It's an internal thing too. We're trying to create some space inside of our joints. And we're also trying to keep our muscles active throughout the stretch. All right. Lastly, we're going to be doing a wall Superman. Once again, you'll be crawling up the wall. I want you to get about arm distance away with your feet and kind of in a push-up position. If you want to go further, you're more than welcome to. You'll just crawl up that wall, keeping your core braced and your shoulders braced and your glutes braced so you look like Superman. Then you'll crawl back. All right. Make sure to keep those elbows internally rotated and pointing straight down towards the floor. Keep your core tucked in and keep your glutes forward, not back. Don't stick that butt out. No. We're not looking for bad girl booty. Another 5 seconds. We're already through our first round of warm-up. I warmed up my triceps, back of my armpit, aka posterior deltoid. Good stuff to get started off with. Going back into those oblique hinges, and get a good distance from the camera, that way you can see. Can't quite see my towel, that's fine. Core braced, now you can see my towel. Make sure to keep that core braced. However tight you keep your core during your workouts is how tight your core is going to be when you're not working out. Keep breathing too. Very important. Nice and steady warm up. I know some of y'all might be a little anxious to get your workouts going. You're more than welcome to do these warm-ups a little bit more effectively for your ability by maybe putting some weights in your hands, maybe putting a barbell instead of a towel, getting a steeper incline on that Superman. There's loads and loads and loads of ways you can do it. If you need a scale, text me, message me, email me, leave a comment somewhere down there. Washing machine. Whew. Oh, still getting some pops in my back. Still feeling some tension in my lower back. This feels good. Feels great. Oh. Starting to get a little sweaty. I'm going to go ahead and show off my Whataburger shirt given to me by a good friend. A lot of people might know this about me, some not. I'm a Gemini, big into duality. Not really big into it, but it's just my life. It's how I feel. I love a What a Chicken sandwich just as much as a Whataburger. Whew. All right. Next up, we'll be doing those chest expansions again. Palms facing up, feet shoulder width, toes pointed straight ahead. Big breaths on each expansion, big breaths on each hug. Let's go. Remember to keep that core braced every single motion, every single workout. Ooh, still popping a little bit. It's strange. You might pop in places you don't expect. For this one, I tend to pop a little bit lower into my back than I feel like I'm stretching. But those lungs, they get big. Push all the way to your shoulder blades, your ribs, and all the way down your shoulder blades, about halfway down your torso to your sternum. Pretty big little organ there, and it can add to your stretch. All right, for you, as my girlfriend would say. Supermans are next. Once again, wall Supermans. Get into that push-up position. I'm going to go to a steeper incline, so that way I'm engaging a little bit more. I'm a stronger person than some. So I'm going to go ahead and get that steeper incline, so that way I'm getting a better warm-up for my core and my shoulders. Keep those elbows internally rotated and pointing straight down. Excuse me, window. Oh, trying to do some filming here, Bamboo. All right, right here at the bottom, this is where all the tension is. Keep those elbows down, glutes tight, core braced. Woo! Let's do one more. Whoa. All right. That Superman's really good to get us ready for those extended planks. So be ready for those. It's very much the same position, except we'll be on the floor for it. What's that mean? Lower angle, more tension. Okay. Last set, oblique hinge. Oh. Feels good. Keep that core braced. Even keep your legs braced. Keep your knees braced like you're doing a squat. Want to stretch out those muscles. Not be a wacky waving inflatable tube man. It's not what we're doing. We're not just moving around. We're doing it with purpose. Whew. All right, next up is going to be the washing machine. Not the dryer, the washing machine. No wacky waving inflatable tube man, none of this. Feet nice and wide, pointed straight ahead, arms up over the head. Rip that towel in half, core braced. Engage your shoulders, engage your legs, and especially engage your core. Some people always ask me how to breathe. There's really only one answer to that, and that's to breathe. Only wrong way to do it is not to. Always be constantly breathing. Me personally, I like to add rhythm to it because I'm a feeder kid. So for this one, I'm doing an inhale for 2 beats and exhale for 2 beats. Okay, that's it for core warm-ups. Let's finish up our shoulder warm-ups. That's it for my towel today too, I think. Chest expansions, feet shoulder width, toes pointed ahead, glutes tight, core tight, palms up, open up. Big breath, exhale, big hug, inhale, exhale, palms up. And don't forget to alternate those shoulders, which one's on top, right over left. Open up. Left over right. This one, don't do a wacky waving inflatable tube man, but if you feel like picking up the momentum, you're more than welcome to. Feels good. One more set. And we'll be done with our warm-up. We're going to be hitting the floor next. We've got nothing but powerhouse workouts for the next set. It's going to be our capacity work. And capacity training, as you might expect, is all about how much you can bear. Some people think it has something to do with weight and lifting weights as heavy as you can. But there's a capacity to sprinting, there's a capacity to jumping, and there's a capacity to push-ups, which is why we're doing ballistics. There's a capacity to plank, which is why we're doing extensions. You can do a workout anywhere, anytime. No equipment. Maybe a little creativity. Creativity is nice. All right. Awesome. All right. Thanks so much for doing the warm-up. Don't skip it. I hope you didn't. We're going to jump on the floor. We're going to start off some ballistic push-ups. All right. So we are moving on to our capacity portion of our workout. Capacity training is working your fast twitch muscles versus the slow twitch muscles, which is more for endurance. We'll touch on that later. The fast twitch muscles are all about skeletal support. They are the smoother, thinner, and also denser muscle tissues that line your skeleton. And to invigorate them, you can do heavyweight training, which is what a lot of people kind of turn to because it's quantifiable. Or you can do ballistic work, like a track athlete, long jump, high jump, or sprints. These people build muscularity inside of themselves. And the way they do that is by neurological connection. They both do it on impact absorption. When you do your ballistic work and you catch yourself, your body's going to go, huh, clench everything. And they also do it by creating a quick neural transmission to those muscles to get them moving explosively. So we got a timer set up for 2 minutes. We're going to do 5 to 8 ballistic push-ups. I've already recorded this a couple times, so I'm only going to do 5. And yeah, just make sure you're keeping your core braced, drawing in your ribs, your hips, keeping your shoulders internally rotated. If you need to scale it to a higher or lower degree than prone and on the floor, check out my training video or shoot me an email. Love to answer your questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, woo! Tough stuff. Whew. And yeah, I know for a lot of people, 2 minutes of rest might seem like a lot of time. For some, it might even seem like a little bit of time. But when we're doing these workouts, we don't want to challenge our cardiovascular systems. We don't want failure to result from not being able to keep up with the oxygen demand. We want the failure to result from here, our musculoskeletal system. So when your cardiac response is really, really high and you give yourself a limited amount of rest, well, you're going to end up with, more results on your cardio, which isn't terrible, but when you're targeting for strength, you actually want to give yourself plenty of rest. Even if you're, doing 3-5 minutes worth of rest, you're probably going to see better results inside of your strength and better results inside of the performance of your strength, whether it's heavier lifts or more ballistic pushes. All right, so next we're going to get into extended plank and get back into that prone position. Crawl your arms out in front of you. And again, go through that checklist. Glutes tight, hips tight, rib cage tight, shoulders tight, and internally rotated. Reach out. Challenge that extension. Keep that back flat. I'm going to go a little further. Oh, that's hard. Another 5 seconds. Y'all remember those wall Supermans? This is when it was warming up. That extended plank. Oh. All right. Good stuff. Yeah, and that plank extension does so much more than just challenge your core. You might feel it a little bit underneath your armpit, inside your posterior deltoid, trailing around into your chest and then creating that connection between your shoulders and your core. As opposed to a standard plank, arms are just below your shoulders or elbows are below your shoulders. You're really depending on the structural integrity of your bones inside of your arm and the structural integrity of your shoulders. Keep that plank going. With the extension, well, you gotta get those muscles going, and it's kind of like a bridge on 2 stilts. If you take those stilts out, well, the bridge will start to flatten. So you gotta add more structure to that, and you'll engage those muscles. Keep that bridge nice and flat. Woo! This has got to be like my 6th or 7th set doing this stuff, but nonetheless, I'm going to keep at it. I'm 300 pounds. I really love my strength training. I'm used to gripping onto some iron and some metal, but these are challenging times, and I'm going to find a way to keep challenging myself. No reason not to. Okay, time for some more ballistic push-ups. Let me do these a little bit sideways. That way you can see where my arms are falling. Make sure that they're underneath your chest. Core is braced. Nice flat in the glutes. All the way down to the floor. Explode and clap. And again, you don't have to do it on the floor. You don't have to do it on your knees. You can also do it up against a rail, on a couch, on a chair. Check out my training video. I know the push-up seems like one of those, unattainables for a lot of people, but nonetheless, there is a variation in a scale of push-up that is as good to you as a lighter weight or a lighter dumbbell. Just have to find it and maintain that exact same form, exact same technique. I'm going to zen out for a second, catch my breath. 2 minutes is a good time for me, but for some of you it might not be. If you need to add a little bit more time, you want to do 3 minutes, that's fair. Or if you want to add more reps and do more time, that's fair. Scale it to you. And if you're not sure how to scale it to you, message me, let me know. That's what personal training is all about. It's a two-way communication. Inform me about your workouts, and I'll inform you back about your workouts. I'm not going to know as much about what's going on in your body as you are, because you're the one going through the motions. You're the one feeling it. I can observe. If you film yourself, send it to me. But otherwise, communicate with me. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know what kind of struggles you're having. All right, I'm going to do the extended plank facing forward this time. Glutes tight, core tight, shoulders internally rotated, elbows pointing back and down. Extend out as far as you can. I'm going to go a little bit further. That's my computer over there I'm looking at. It's not the timer, but I can see the timer on and I'm almost done. Want to make sure this video is going well. It's my new form of communication for my clients. Reaching out to you through the internet. Reaching out. We only got one more set, and we're done with the capacity portion. You should be challenged in terms of shoulders, core, and their muscular structures. Cardio, maybe a little bit, depending on how well you're recovering. If you're not recovering between your sets, well, you add more time to your recovery stage. Do every 3 minutes, do every 4 minutes. If you're recovering and you're recovering fast, maybe you need to be more ballistic. Maybe you need to do more reps. Maybe you need to down your time. Depends on your goals. But it is definitely important to keep that balance going between your workouts and your rest. It's not about throwing yourself to the wolves and punishing your body. It's about scaling into what you're capable of, what you can do. All right, here we go. One more set of push-ups. I can barely see the timer because I got a little light back there blinding me. Got to counteract all this sunlight. All right, last set of ballistics. Here we go. Oh, goodness. That's failure. And failure is good. It's an opportunity for growth. Failure means you reach your challenging point. Failure is good. Thumbs up for failure. Thumbs up. The sooner you're going to be able to embrace change is resultant of your ability to embrace failure. Okay. One more set of extended planks, and then we're moving on to the endurance portion. As the endurance portion suggests by the name, mentally endure as best you can. But this is going to be much more of a slow twitch muscular response. It's going to allow our muscle tissues to store more carbohydrates inside of our muscles, as opposed to storing carbohydrates as fats. So this is really excellent for losing weight, for building muscle tissue, for really just dropping body fat percentage in general. On the endurance portion, I do definitely implore you to take the opposite of the capacity portion in terms of your rest. You do definitely want to get some rest, but just enough. If you have a heart rate monitor, look for about 130 beats per minute. In terms of capacity, you're more so looking for 120, 110 beats per minute, also depending on your age and ability. If you have questions about that, email me, comment. I want to spot you. I want to be your trainer. My name's Josh. All right, last set, extended plank. Core braced, glutes tight, back nice and flat, arms internally rotated. Extend, extend, extend until you can't extend with confidence anymore. To your limit, that's capacity training. Woo. And time. All right. I give myself this little time to breathe before I go on to the endurance portion. Whew. And again, reach out to me. Let me know how you feel about this workout. I want to know about your experiences. I want to know about your performance. I want to know what was challenging and what wasn't. That way I can give you a response, spot you, be the person who's in your corner telling you you can do more anywhere. That's what we're all about. You don't need a whole gym. You don't need a cardio machine. All you need is a little bit of creativity and put your mindset into it. That there's something in this house. There's something inside this apartment. There's something in this room that can challenge you. I certainly feel challenged. Little poops. And again, this is my second take of this workout. Secret between you and me, I forgot to record the first take. So that's 6 sets for me. Oh, and also, if you're looking to get bigger, absolutely add some more sets on. But nonetheless, strength is really good for losing weight too, because you get that cardiac response. Your body's recovering from the workout. You're going to burn more calories in the long run. Okay, it's time to go. Oh, hey, Poppy, when'd you get here? There's my dog, Poppy. She showed up. All right, so I was just wrestling with her in the subspace universe. Cut it out, you crazy mutt. I know I got her riled up. So we're moving on to the endurance portion. We've got ourselves a push-up. We've got ourselves some tucks. And we've got ourselves a plank. You can definitely add variations to this. For the push-up, once again, incline, decline, couch for advanced or intermediate or beginner. For the tuck, I'll show you a bunch of variations on this video. And then the plank itself is called a concentration plank because we're going to try to put as much of our head into it on that standard plank to concentrate on contracting and thinking about squeezing that invisible wall inside of our abdomen. Not that it's invisible, it's just behind everything else. So 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That's for me anyways. If you need a little bit harder, you can always reduce your rest. If you need a little bit easier, you can always increase your rest. I'm going for 8 to 15. Poppy's trying to attack me while I'm doing it. No excuses. Can do this anywhere, even with distractions. She was just begging me to come out here. She wanted to be out here so bad. All right, there's my push-ups. We're going to be moving on to the tuck next. The tuck is a pretty simple motion. It's basically collapsing your chest into your knees like this. You can also do it with just collapsing your knees, with just your legs. There's a few variations. I'll show it during the workout itself, but make sure you're squeezing your knees together. You're keeping that core nice and braced during the entire workout. You're not waving around and just throwing your arms and legs everywhere. So I'm going to keep those knees together, bring my chest in, reach my arms out. Oh, thank you, Poppy. You're so nice. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you can always do just the legs. Oh, just make sure to keep that core braced and back flat. Or you can do it with the knees bent. If you want to make it harder, you can always do the V-sit. Oh. Or you can grab yourself a weight, bring it overhead, make it a little bit tougher for yourself. Lastly, we've got a concentration plank. We're going to do this for 30 seconds to a minute, depending on your ability. I've taken a couple takes of this workout and the previous workout, so I'm just going to stick with the plain Jane 30 seconds. Same form as ever with the plank. Glutes tight, hips tight, ribs tight, shoulders internally rotated. And concentrate on squeezing your knees up and your chest down without moving your hands or toes. Concentrate and squeeze. Put that focus in. Next set, I think I'll do on my elbows, make it a little harder for myself. Okay, that's one round. Easy enough. Going on to those push-ups next. I think I'll go for the full 15 on this one. Feeling frisky. If I have to, I'll go down to my knees for it, but personally I'm trying to lose a little bit of this case, this kegger right here. So minimizing rest isn't such a bad idea for me. But for any of you out there who are looking to get bigger, I would definitely recommend trying to add as much capacity to it and maximizing your rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't be afraid to go down to those knees either. 10, 11, 12. If it means reps, do it. 13, 14, 15. Oh, goodness. Shake it out, shake it out. Moving on to those tucks next. I think I'll go ahead and use my weight. You know what, let me get a different weight. I have some potted plants right here I've been meaning to lift. Move around. Hello, Alvo. It's lovely to see you today. 10 seconds. And I'll be doing these overhead tucks. Do more anywhere. 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, goodness. Planks next. Endurance-based work. Definitely much more cardiac response. But what's even cooler about it is its glycogenic response. What my blood is trying to do is pump more blood sugar into my muscles for more glycogenic response. That way I can do these stronger workouts. Okay, plank, concentrated. I'm doing elbows this time. I think Poppy's gonna join me. Hi, Poppy. Oh, nice and tight. Pull your elbows in, pull your knees up, keeping your back flat. Oh, I can't see my timer, Poppy. Let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 6. Oh. Oh, I think I did a little bit more than. It's good though. One more set. I'm just going to do the full 30 seconds worth of push-ups. Hopefully I reach 15. That's my goal. Do a few on my toes, a few on my knees. But it's more about getting that constant flow of energy to my muscles. Pardon me, Puppy. Woo. On the knees. 9, 10, One more. 11. Oh my goodness. Got some more tucks to do. Rock and roll. Okay. Should I use my aloe vera plant again? Yeah, I made 15 last time. Gotta rise to the occasion. You know, doing more anywhere. One more. Oh. One more concentration plank. And then we're on to the cool down. Don't skip the cool down, by the way. The sooner you get to your next workout, the sooner your results will come. And when cooling down properly, you'll recover faster. It's not me saying that, it's science. Every accredited CPT program or personal training program I've ever taken, same opinion. Scientist opinion. Concentrated plank, I'm a little late. Pull those elbows in, pull those knees up. Keep that back flat. Oh gosh, I am spent. Let me see my timer this time, because I'm feeling it. Put your head into it. Get that mental game going. Go, Poppy. I want to do another 5 seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. You're an enduring individual. Look at this sweat. What a beggar. Never looked so good. Right, puppy? Good girl. All right. Next up is going to be our cool down. Everybody ready? Ooh. Cooling down. I've been waiting for this all day. I've done so many takes, it's not even funny. But you're welcome to do more takes too. Add a few sets, add a few reps. Just don't skip this. It'll relieve your shoulders, it'll relieve your abdomen. It'll make sure that you're not creating any calcification, scar tissue buildup, that your lactic acid buildup doesn't stick around. When you cool down and you continue to work, it'll circulate your blood through your system. You want to do about 10 minutes because that's how long it takes for your body to fully circulate blood through your system. It'll carry out old nutrients, carry in new nutrients. Think of the bloodstream as the supply line, the conveyor belt of your body. So, without further ado, we're going to do upward facing dog. Knees together, core braced, hands underneath the shoulders, keeping your core braced, drop your hips forward. If you feel any tension in your lower back, your lumbar, then your core is not braced enough. If you keep it tall and you keep your core nice and tight, it'll support that spine and allow for a stretch inside of the muscles as opposed to a tension and compression on your lower back. Let that conveyor belt make its way into your hips and into your abdomen. 45 seconds, almost done. We're going to go into child's pose next. Keep your hands and feet where they are. If anything, crawl your arms forward. Bring your hips back and push your head through the window of your arms. You might feel a few cracks in your shoulder. You might feel a nice big stretch on your lower back. Just press down. Breathe deep. Uh-oh, is my butt showing? I hope not. I'm on camera. Whew. Big deep breaths. Remember, like I said in the warm-up, Trying to create space inside of our joints and our bones, our ligaments and our muscles. So take a nice big deep breath. Expands your ribs, your sternum. Just adds to the stretch, that full body stretch. Keep that core brace for the upward facing dog. Don't let pressure hit the lumbar. Big deep breaths. Alright, drop back those hips, reach those arms forward for a child's pose. Oh, there's a pop in my shoulders. I can't see my timer. I gotta keep you guys up to it too. You got 10 more seconds here in child's pose. All right, start transitioning those hips forward. Last upward facing dog. I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, my shoulders. I know. That's definitely part of the cool down process, is making sure there's nice, stable constitution inside of those shoulders. Oh. Woo. Poppy's over there soaking up the sun. Must be nice to be a dog. Not have to worry about fitness. Not have to wear a mask unless you bite other dogs or something. Oh, my shoulders are getting me. Core brace, nice and tall. Chest facing upwards. Oh. Last big push. And go back into that child's pose. Pressing your head through the window of your arms and putting your glutes back. Stretching out that lower back to upper back. Reach, reach. Oh. I'm going to need to bring my arms out to here for chest expansions. About right there, okay. All right, we're going to lay flat on the floor. For our chest expansion, I want you to put your arm out to the side with a thumbs up. And bring the opposite leg up into the air and across. For a nice scorpion modification into a chest expansion. Try to keep your core braced. Don't try. Do keep your core braced. Stretch out that shoulder. Stretch out that chest. Feel free to bring this arm in and press up into it in order to expand that chest a little bit further. Big deep breaths, expanding your rib cage. I hope y'all are keeping track of the time because I can't see it from here with that angle. Oh, it's almost up. Swap on over to the other side. Excuse me, aloe vera. Thumbs up. Opposite leg up and over. Core braced. Excuse me, Poppy. Almost there. Big deep breaths. Almost done with the workout. I'm going to keep the camera angle a little lower next time, huh? Can't quite see my pretty face or my thumb. Can you see my thumb? Oh no, I'm not really turning it enough. Let's swap over to the other side. It's strange. My right shoulder is the one that's injured, but my left shoulder is the one that's immobilized. Body's a weird thing. Kinetic chains. Been pulling all over the place. Core braced. Big deep breaths into the chest. Hi, baby.
I am a baby.
10 seconds. Swap on over to the other side. Excuse me, olive oil plant again. And adjust so you can see my hand and my thumb. I can see my hand and my thumb. Make sure they're pointed up. Brace your core, brace your shoulder. Don't just stretch into the joints. You want to have an active stretch, which means your muscles are engaged and protecting, but at the same time, the range of motion is being challenged. Oh. All right, let's swap on over to the other side. We got one more on each side. Big deep breaths. Calm yourself. Honor your body. By giving it love and attention, and not just punishment. Give it the kind of attention it needs. Nice exercise scale to challenge you, and a good stretch to relieve you and release you. Last one on the other side. Oh. And then the last stretch we'll be doing is going to be modified triangle. It's going to be very similar to that oblique hinge we started off with earlier. Big difference is we're going to modify it so that way it's a nice big stretch for the tricep and shoulder. Sounds good? Thumbs up. Chest engaged, core braced. Don't just stretch into the joints. Engage the muscles so that way you have an active range of motion, an active stretch, not just pressing into it and creating impingement in your shoulders and your arms. All right. Ooh. Last stretch is going to be that modified triangle. Nice wide base, toes pointed in. Bring your arm back behind your body and grab on to the base of your neck or in between your shoulders, keeping your core nice and tight. I want you to reach down with that opposite arm, opening up that oblique. You should feel a stretch going up into your tricep. If you were a little bit more advanced, you can pull into that elbow. I'm not going to. Take your time, transition over to the other side. Grab at the base of the neck, small of the back, in between the shoulder blades. Reach down. If you're feeling it, ooh, there's a pop. Ooh, double pop. Triple pop. Not you, Poppy. Uh-oh, my belly. It's okay. At least I don't have to see your faces. Oh, as you look at my belly. Keep that core braced. Oh my goodness, I'm cramping a little bit. Remember to stay hydrated, yo. I can get some water after this. All right, 2 more times on each side. Oh, feel a little cramp right here, so let me go ahead and open that lat, that armpit up a little bit more before I reach down. Big deep breaths. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling very relaxed now. Almost done. Oh, feel that stretch in the armpit, on the outside of your ribs, on the outside of your abdomen. Keep that core tight. Big deep breaths. What you looking at, puppy? Something out there? One more to each side. Oh. Oh. My belly. More stretch, guys. I want to take this time and an opportunity to thank y'all for viewing my video. I know it's not easy to try to commit to a program when there are challenges outside of your workout that might be in your way, whether it's a lack of equipment, lack of location. That's why I was compelled to make this video. So I want to show you that you can do more anywhere. Congratulations. You've just completed prone in full. You guys keep tuning in. I'm going to try to put videos out. No, I am going to put videos out every single week. Different workouts, different muscle chains, different metabolic systems. And if that's not enough, shoot me a line, message me. I'm going to be putting on group training. I'm going to be doing one-on-one training, all digitally, because we can cope with this current scenario. We can cope with where we're at. Please shoot me a message. Please let me know if you have any questions, and comment below. Share your experiences on this workout, not just with me, but also with anyone else who might need some assistance. Thank you for your time.